Round 13 of the MXGP World Championship burst into life with MX2 Race One, and it was Samuele Bernardini on the TM who grabbed the foxhole shot as Adam Sterry and Davy Puches fell through the first corner. Max Anstey was in third, but after 3 laps made this pass down the inside of Jordi Tixier to move into second, and then went after Bernardini. Tim Geiser, second in the championship chase, fell, taking Jeremy Seward with him. Geiser would not finish the race after damage to his exhaust pipe. Not a bad start for Valentin Guillot, but he was on the charge through the field. He found his way past Paul Jonas to get himself up to third, but then fell 1 lap later and had to do it all again. He found his way past Benoit Paturel to go fourth, and then a lap later was back around the outside of Jonas to get himself into third. The gap was quite big to second place rider Jordi Tixier, but on the final lap, Valentin Guillot was able to make this pass on the Frenchman to get himself into second, but it was a win for Max Anstey. MXGP Race One, and it was Evgeny Bobashev with the foxhole shot. A little bit of banging bars through the first corner as expected, but well placed was Roman Febvre in second position, and on lap 5 he found his way neatly at the inside of the Russian to take command of the race. Behind them, Todd Waters picked himself up from this crash where he collided with Sean Simpson in the air, the Australian falling out spectacularly of 8th place on the Red Bull Ice One Husqvarna. Gauthier Paulin was in a comfortable 3rd place when a simple fall left him down in 7th. He picked himself up and rejoined the race and tried to collect as many points as possible, but the battle behind the leaders, Roman Febvre and Evgeny Bobashev, was between the 3 Belgians, Clement de Salle, Jeremy Van Hoorbeek, and Kevin Strijbos, who battled for 3rd, 4th and 5th. But it was a win for Febvre. Bobashev was 2nd, de Salle 3rd in race 1. In MX2 Race 2, it was Max Anstey on the Monster Energy DRT Kawasaki who grabbed the foxhole shot, but Tim Geiser on the Honda Garibaldi rode around the outside, and it was Geiser who led the way from Anstey in 2nd, Bernardini in 3rd, and Valentin Guillot in 4th. Max Anstey, though, went after Tim Geiser, and Geiser survived this scare at the top of the hill. Anstey had to hit the brakes to avoid contact, but a couple of laps later, Anstey was leading the race and had that spectacular crash through the wave section and would not finish the race. The battle then was for the lead between Geiser on the Honda and Valentin Guillot. The 2 banged bars for a series of laps before eventually Valentin Guillot found a way through on his standing construct Yamaha Yamalube machine. And he went on to take his 3rd race win of the season and his 3rd overall Grand Prix victory as well. Geiser was 2nd in the race, Jonas was 3rd, and the overall looked like this: Guillot, Jonas and Tixier. The championship now looks like this. Hurling's still 24 points clear, despite not riding after dislocating his hip on Saturday, but Geiser and Guillot now tied for 2nd. But it was another win, the 3rd of the year for Valentin Guillot. And standing construct Yamaha Yamalube, 2nd overall for the Red Bull KTM of Paul Jonas, and 3rd for Monster Energy Kawasaki's Jordi Tixier. But Jeffrey Hurlings does lead the championship, but will not take part anymore in this year's campaign.
Nyní poprosím o švýcarskou státní hymnu Rider National Anthem.
When the track started to dry, I was feeling better and better, and first race I had a small crash, and finally I came back in the rear wheel of Max, but I didn't pass him. But second race I make a great race, and it was really good, really cool to win again, be on top of the box. And I want to thank all my team, Standing Construct Yamaha. They make a great job, all my sponsors who are next to me, and everyone who support me. Really want to thank you all.
MXGP Race 2, and this time it was Clement de Salle who grabbed the foxhole shot. Behind him was Evgeny Bobashev and the 461 of Roman Febvre. Kevin Strybos also made a good start, as did Gauthier Paulin. But after following the leaders for the first few laps, Roman Febvre first found his way past the Russian Bobashev to get himself into second. And then he tried a similar move on Clement de Salle. Initially, it worked. Found himself into the lead on lap 5, but Clement de Salle responded immediately. And less than half a lap later, the Belgian was back past the Yamaha rider. Found himself leading once again. It was like that for a series of laps. But eventually, Roman Febvre found his way through to the front, and from there was never headed. Evgeny Bobashev got himself into second with that pass on de Salle 1 or 2 laps later. And that's how that would stay. Tommy Searle, though, he fell out of 7th place around about the halfway mark. He would fall again later on in the race and eventually finish in 15th. But Roman Febvre took his 8th race win of the season. Bobashev was second, de Salle third, Strybos fourth, and Van Hoorbeek was 5th. And the overall looked like this. Roman Febvre, another perfect day for the Frenchman. Bobashev second, de Salle third. And Roman Febvre now has an 88-point advantage over Gauthier Paulin, with Tony Cairoli third, Bobashev fourth. But the 5th Grand Prix victory for Roman Febvre and Yamaha Factory Racing Nyamalub. Evgeny Bobashev second for HRC. Clement de Salle third for Rockstar Energy Suzuki Europe. World MXGP. Tony Skillington, though, handing Roman Febvre another championship leader's red plate.
Yeah, you know, the first moto, the start was okay, but yeah, I was third or second, and I could pass, maybe it was Bob Richev, I could pass, yeah, I could pass quite easy, and then I went away, not easy, but more easy than the second moto. The second moto with Clement was really, every corner we patched each other and was really hot, so yeah, I love that racing. And, you know, I cannot take some of my team. They did a great job. And, yeah, the championship, it's, again, I extend the points lead. It's a good point. So, yeah, we will see. In Lommel, it's different. It's a big sense, so we will see there.